and talk. The Kentucky Wildcats fall to Florida Gators in their third game in the SEC tournament. Can't even be mad, man. Like, I mean, we didn't play the best game we did. We didn't get blown out. I guess we covered. There's no more victories here. That's probably what I'm getting at. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, well, we should be happy. We didn't get blown out, but Kentucky just didn't play a good game today. And when you don't play a basically a perfect game against the Florida Gators, I mean you can kind of look forward to getting beat that ball game, and that's just kind of what it is right now. And it hurt us. Hey, Travis gets the first YouTube shout out for the night tonight. Appreciate you for joining in. Absolutely, Bungalow. Thank you so much as well. We just didn't have the best game tonight, and against a team like Florida, you can't come out like that. And I was really shocked when they actually showed us that we had like four people and they had like four fouls and foul trouble. I mean, hey man, Big Mike, you're in. Be mad, Big Mike. You're entitled. No, I'm not gonna be mad, man. Like I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, all right, we just couldn't make a shot. When we make a run, we just make a turnover, and I'm not going to sit here and try to call out players tonight. It was one particular player tonight that felt like he just was going to knock down a three every time he shot the ball, and he didn't knock down any of them. And he just needed to stop shooting. And he went to the bench, and it is what it is. So yeah. But we was right there though, man. We was close, but there's no more victories here with Kentucky. Um, these refs are the show, man. I guess. Look, I don't talk about the refs a whole lot, but I tell you what, this is just kind of one of those games where it's like, man, what the freak just happened, man? Like the referees and these guys are, God, man, it just sucks, man. I don't like this coach, man. There's not a lot of coaches that I look at in college basketball and just say to myself, I don't like him. And it's something about Golden for the Cats that I don't like him. And I don't know what it is. And maybe it's just me. So I apologize. And I guess I gotta ask God to forgive me. But I really don't like him. Like I just, yeah, he's just not somebody that I enjoy seeing. But he got the last laugh. They beat us three times this year. So much for three times being the charm. I guess three times was a charm for those guys. I guess if you ask them, here we go, guys. This the regular season's over. The SEC tournament's over. So now what? Like, where do we go from here? I mean, are we gonna get an 8 seed? Did we do enough to get a 6 seed? Where we gonna be at? Who's gonna be our first game? It's so many questions that we want answers, but we just don't know. We had played that team ball when we pulled even. We stayed in it. I mean, like I said, I mean, we just had guys tonight that at certain points they just did too much. Like, you don't need to shoot that basketball. Like, we got guys at 6'11" that won't even go to the basket. That's the difference in the ball game. Is the heart. We didn't have any heart tonight. We got guys out there that want to be 6'11", they want to be 6'11" at Steph Curry. Come on, man. Take the ball to the rim and get fouled. Stop playing, bro. That's just the story of the line. Why do they get I think actual fatigue might have been there. Tonight we might have been able to say fatigue, but still, when you playing against Florida, man, I mean, and if that doesn't motivate you to show up and just play the best basketball that you can, I mean, as an athlete, you want to play in those ball games. So maybe down the stretch we got fatigue. I don't know what happened, but we just didn't have enough tonight, and it just didn't work out. And I told myself, while I was watching the game, say, you know what, bro, don't even be angry. Why? There's no need to be angry. I mean, we're playing a team who could potentially be cutting down the nets. We're the only team in the SEC. I mean, of course, I think Auburn beat them, and I think that was the only. I think it was some. I can't remember who else beat them, but we played them close, and Florida know that we're better than even going 0-3 against them. We're a good team. Tonight, Florida was the better team, and it shows. Like Garrison didn't have a good game tonight. Jelovich didn't have a good game tonight. Mo always comes and plays with energy every single ball game. Ortega just making dumb, stupid turnovers. We can sit here and we can say how bad the refs was, and the refs was bad tonight, but we can also say to ourselves, our guys just made some bad plays tonight. And sometimes you just got to man up, even as a fan, and just says we just made dumb plays tonight. And Florida made when it mattered the most, especially off of they got second chance points, and we had nothing at halftime. We couldn't compete. We didn't have big guys who wanted to go and get physical and rebound the basketball. And I get it. They got big guys out there. Those guys they playing with a purpose. We didn't play with a purpose for a lot of the ball game. And unfortunately, we waited to the last part of the ball game to really, really want to try to win the ball game and want to get back in the ball game. And it was a little too late. We just made really dumb turnovers tonight. That's for sure. It's not about who had a good game or didn't. It's about playing against one of the longest, biggest, most athletic teams in the NCAA, and we held them close. We did, Mr. Clark. We did, and that's why I can't sit here, and that's why I can't get upset, is because we could have got blown out by 20. We could have quit. We could have made the excuse of, well, we've already played 2 games already in the last 48 hours, and now we playing Florida with who they got. We can just lay down. We didn't lay down. We beat. People gonna be like, well, how can you say that you beat yourself? We beat ourselves in a lot of times with the turnovers we had, with just the bad passes. Once again, when you play a team like Florida, everything you do has got to be on purpose. You can't have pass the ball. You can't have dribble the ball. You can't have just go up for a layup. Everything you do has got to be with the intentions. I got to make this basket, or I got to get fouled, and I got to get to the free throw line. Just doing any of that, they're not going to allow us to just run up and down the court and just make dunks. They're going to contest the shots, and that's what they did tonight. And Florida's that team. And once again, if it wasn't for the head coach, I ain't got no beef with Florida. And because if you don't like them, then beat them. And evidently, we can't beat them. We can't beat Alabama. We can't seem to beat Auburn. So, I mean, we got problems. And if we don't figure this out between now and our first NCAA tournament game, we could be 1-out. I don't know. This is going to be tough, but it's exciting to see where we're going to get at, who we're going to get, what seed we're going to get placed. But this year is in all reality, this year's kind of over. Especially, look, we don't go. It's just I'm just trying my best not to be stressful. I'll let you guys be stressful, and I'll put your comments up as well too. That was disrespectful having Florida 12-point favorite. It was, and Florida hasn't covered yet when they played us. None of they beat us, and at the end of the day, that's what matters the most. Let's just be real. But they haven't covered. So Vegas has gotten it wrong 3 times in a row while playing Kentucky with Florida. We didn't let them cover. And I guess if you want to take a moral victory, is it we didn't let them blow us out, and they never beat us by double digits. We was right there in it if we just would have made the better plays. And if you go back and look at the stats, you will see that we was the issue that caused us to really lose that ball game, because you cannot play a flawed game when you're playing a team like Florida, who could highly win the national championship again this year. And when you have a bad game against a team like that, you can't really expect to win the ball game. I don't care how bad you want the ball game. It won't happen. But better not say nothing about the BS calls. That went away real fast. I'm not sure. You guys are hitting them comments pretty fast. Bryant Carter, you are exactly right. What's BC at? Let me see. I didn't see BC's let me see BC's comment. BC should be on here with me, man. I don't know what BC's comment said. Mike, I'm God rich. Not because we lost, but because we are deteriorating as a program. This program is And we don't know if it's going to improve next year. We have no idea what's next year going to look like whatsoever. Like, we're in limbo so bad. I'm trying to see if I can find Brian Carter's comment because I want to see what he said somewhere. Oh, got out got we got everything. We got everything outdone today. Like I said, and that's why I said our bigs was, outside of Mo D. Our bigs is, Garrison played a little bit, but we got Jelly, who we was dependent on. He's 6'11", 225, 230, and you want to, and whatever he is, and you want to shoot threes all night, and you ain't doing. You hitting you hitting the front of the rim every single time. Stop shooting the basketball and go to the rim. Please stop it. Those are the kind of things that Pope needs to say. Hey, man, stop shooting the ball and go to the rim. Like, why you keep shooting the ball for? You coming up short every single time. Like, every time you coming up short. We are just injured at point and center. That matter. At this particular point, we can look at what, the injuries. We can look at, but our season, we are who we are. And yes, we don't have the players, and yes, we got guys that's injured, but it ain't. Yes, and we can go back and we can say that other teams would be in the same situation that we would be if we was missing those guys. But there's still things that we can do with the guys that we have that could have probably put us in a better situation to having a possibility of winning this ball game. And when you have those kind of discrepancies, even with they didn't beat us in double figures, okay? And they stayed in double figures overs around 12, 14 most of the night. So if you go back and you take away a lot of those mistakes, a lot of those dumb turnovers, Ortega had a lot of turnovers. These are here that's the kind of things that you cannot have when you play in a team like Florida. You just can't beat a team like that. And we can say, we can sit here, we can say, well, if we had this player or if we had this player, I like the team we got. And the team that we got that just knocked off Missouri and LSU, I get that those teams are not Florida, but those two teams, we was happy. Those two teams the team that beat those two teams, we was happy about it. We was looking forward to the Florida game. So I don't want to be a person who, well, we lost the game, so because we didn't have so-and-so. Cam wasn't a big factor tonight. Jelly wasn't a big factor tonight. BG wasn't a big factor tonight. Those are three guys that we're hoping that's gonna give us something. Now, I give Cam a little grace only because he's still coming back and he's still trying to work himself way back in with his hurt foot. I give him a little grace right there, but still, none of our guys, it was clear, none of our guys was never going to stop those guys at all. And we only lost by 8, 9 points or whatever it was. I didn't even get to see the score. So it ain't like we a bad team. We just got outplayed and outbeat by a better team tonight. And if we can play a much better game, we can stay in some game and we have a chance. My question is this, guys. Do we have a team that can make it to the second weekend? That's what I want. I want you guys to answer that for me, okay? Are we a team that can make it to the second weekend? Can't blame Noah either. He hasn't played in 5 games. Yeah, but I didn't. This is David. Even with Noah in the ball game, I don't expect Noah to do anything. Noah's a 4-year player. He just is. So I don't look. And Jasper at most is maybe a 2 or 3 year player. So I'm not even looking at those guys to really do anything effectively. But the guys that we had that was playing most of the bulk of the minutes, they are the ones who are responsible for the bulk of the mistakes that we made. That's how I look at it. So I don't even like Noah got in tonight because Mo D had 4 fouls. I think Garrison had 4 fouls. Ortega had 4 fouls. And these are all at the same time. Colin had 4 fouls. So you really didn't have a choice but to put Noah in the ball game. And Noah can't knock down a shot if you take the ball and put it on a string and you put it in the goal for him. Noah's not hitting his shots right now. He had another wide open shot. He's not hitting shots, and he wasn't hitting his shots when he was playing. So, but look, Noah can shoot the ball 1,000 times better than I can. So I can't sit here and pass judgment on Noah because he's not making shots. I can't make a shot neither. I can't even make a free throw. I can't. So, but I tell you what, though, if I was a player on the floor, one thing that you would not be able to have to worry about me doing is giving you top-notch effort the whole entire night and not taking a night off. You can't teach that. You can't teach not taking a play off. Some players have it and some players don't. And at times we just didn't have it. And at times we forgot who we was playing. And we thought we just, we got time. The game's not over, so we got time. No, we wasn't playing Tennessee. We wasn't playing LSU. This ain't the team that want to get down behind and think that you're gonna just come back and just take over the game. You don't do that. Florida just keep, and they wasn't in foul trouble. So they just keep throwing at you. And as you can see, I think they got to play the winner between Tennessee and Vandy. I'm sorry, but neither one of them is beating Florida because Florida had a chance to rest their big guys a lot tonight. Why? Because our big guys wasn't making them work hard, and they made it look easy. So let's see what's going to happen. This team we got would never win a natty or make it to the Final Four. BC, why was our rebounding so bad? Is it because they're bigger? It was bad. I need BC. BC, you should be on here with me, man. You shouldn't be in the crowd. You should be here with me. Because look, a rebound is a matter of a choice. And not everybody wants to go down there and bang with the big boys. Even if you are. I use Dennis Rodman on here a lot. And Dennis Rodman wasn't the biggest guy. You know, he had to rebound over Shaq. He had to rebound over these big guys, these big 7-footers. But you know what, why Dennis Rodman was so good? It's because he made it up in his mind that he didn't care how big the guys was that he had to play against every night. He was going to be in the mix every single night. And he was going to be down there banging with the big boys. Our guys, we don't want to. When you got 6'11" guys out there wanting to shoot threes all night long because they don't want to go down and get physical, this ain't the place for you. This level of college basketball ain't for you. It is what it is. I want to see as many people come back as possible. But if you don't want to go get physical and if you don't want to bang down there with the big guys, I don't care who you are. If you're a big guy, this ain't for you. This game ain't for you. You can't be an offensive tackle and not want to get touched. Make it make sense, people. And we don't have guys who want to be physical. And if you don't want to be physical, this ain't for you. Please leave. Please exit the floor. And please don't come back in the ballgame no more. And Coach Pope doesn't seem to have what it takes to get these guys to be physical. You got to be physical. You know who Florida is. You know how strong they are. You know how tall they are. By telling me that you don't want to rebound is just telling me, Coach, I quit. Period. I'm sorry. I love Mo D, but Mo D can't do it by himself. He can't do it by himself. We got abused tonight on the boards. Period. The numbers show it. Jelevich missed all 4 of his wide open threes. Make 2, 10 points below average. That's the game, Big Mike. We just didn't have our game tonight. And maybe it was fatigue. Maybe our legs just didn't hold up on us. I don't know what happened. All I know is Florida played like they are trying to win a national championship, and Kentucky looked like they was just trying to hold on. But if we would have took care of business like we were supposed to, we wouldn't have been playing on a Wednesday and a Thursday. Would have got to been playing on a Friday, but we couldn't take care of business. So I blame the players. You guys don't want to be tired. Come Friday afternoon and you guys want fresh legs? Get a double bye. Get a single bye. Get something. Don't play on a Wednesday. It's simple as that. Getting out rebounded isn't acceptable. Getting out rebounded is not acceptable. And not fighting. Now, I don't have the numbers in front of me, so I don't know what the numbers are. I'm just being honest with you. But I know we got out rebounded, and they probably had more offensive rebounds than we had defensive rebounds. That's how bad it looked. Make that make sense. Once again, I'm just a huge believer. I'm just a huge believer that we got a team that can be good, but we got a team that's got to want to rebound and can't be afraid to go down there and get physical with the big boys. That's my complaint, is that you got to be physical in this ball game, and you can't be afraid, and you can't be timid. And hey, if you got to be physical and you foul out, I guess it is what it is. But you shouldn't be out there. Well, I don't want to get a foul. Well, I don't want to. No, dude. This is one and done. This is it, dude. We don't have tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. A game tomorrow is not promised when you're playing games like this. You got to go all out, man. You got to go all out right today. And we had guys who just wasn't willing to do that. So I guess now this is over. So let's talk about the NCAA tournament, guys. The best time of the year is Kentucky ready. Don't be mad at Kentucky when you answer the question, but be real. Is Kentucky ready? I'm not asking you to say Kentucky's going to win a national championship. Big Mike's not saying that at all. All I'm saying is, do we have a team that if we show up and we play a whole 40-minute ball game, do we have a team that can make some noise and make it to at least the second weekend? They sold it to the touch money. Florida's elite in the front court, and our guys look passive around the baskets. Alan, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's it. Alan, let me throw this up, bro, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. That's my frustration, is when you see guys that just don't want to be physical. I'm sorry, but if I'm a coach and you don't want to be physical, I'll lose by 50 points before I put you back in the ball game if you don't want to be physical. You understand what I'm saying? You understand how serious this is? You don't want to be physical? I'd rather lose by 50 than put you back on the floor because you ain't playing basketball. Make it make sense. Come on, Coach Pope. Let's go. Yes. And, I think everyone's saying, I think that we do. I think we do too, man. Like, okay, I got to get the regular season out of my. We'll deal with this later. We'll deal with, we just got run off the floor. And you can't even say that we got run off the floor against Florida. We got beat. And I don't think it was ever a situation where maybe we really going to win this ball game. I don't know if we ever got that point today, but we felt good about our guys didn't quitting, not giving up. But that's over too. So now we got to get ready for March. Season number 3, March Madness. I mean, this is the real one and done. This is real. You lose, see you next year, big dog. It's almost like this might be a dumb statement, but I think there's fans out there who are almost wanting the season to just be over. Like, let's just lose and let's just get it over with, and let's see what we can do to start building for next year. I think there's a lot of fans like that. Is that a bad statement? Am I wrong about saying that? It just feels like fans want that. It's some fans out there says, let's just be done with it and let's see how we can build for next year. The question is, we don't know about next year, and we ain't got nobody to build for next year. Florida coach have the mouth. No one said about you. I don't like Florida's coach. I don't know what it is, but something about him and that little ramp. Like I can jump, like I can take my BMX bike and jump off of it as a ramp. I don't like it by 21 BC by 21. No, it's not Big Mike. Just out rebounded us. Man, I sound like a broken record. Yeah, I mean BC. I mean we talked about that a long time. You should be on here with me, BC. Um, it is, it's just one of those situations, man. Kentucky's got to be ready for March Madness, bro, because it would be the highlight of some team again to put Kentucky out in the first round. I mean, they can go lose the next game and they'll celebrate putting Kentucky out in the first round 20 years from now. Y'all remember that game? Oh, you remember how fun it was? We put Kentucky out in the first ball game in March Madness. Guys, somebody please tell me that we got a team that will not lose in the first game. They're the standard. I'm not championship or bust or okay a little bit, but we are staked for decades. This year we got spam. I want steak back. We need some steak back, man. Bungalow, absolutely. I agree with you. NCAA is going to be about matchups for cats. Hope we don't get a team with bigs. I missed that. I wanted to see a decades. I wanted to see that. I would take an 8 seed if we're in. I would take a 8 seed if we're in Duke's bracket. They aren't that good with those injuries. That's a good take. I like that, Peanut. Appreciate that, big guy. Yeah, seeding will have a big impact on the matchups. This is from AC Walker. He says seeding will have a big impact on the matchups, but yeah, we have a good team and a good chance to make some noise. I it it brings me joy when I see a lot of other fans like you guys in here, not just being Kentucky fans, but really believing, even despite of the year that we had, we couldn't beat Florida. We went 0-3 this year against them. We still didn't beat Alabama. We still didn't beat Auburn. But to be in a situation where we're at right now, and you still got a lot of fans who says, you know what, if we show up if we show up in the tournament, we can't take a night off. Kentucky can make some noise. Does that mean that the people are saying that Kentucky can go win a national championship? No, they're just saying that Kentucky can get past the first round, get past the first weekend, get to the Sweet 16, and let's see what happens. And it's all about matchups, as was mentioned. And let's just see if our guys are locked in and ready to go. Do we have players, not just fans, but do we have players who is like, man, I'm just like so over this year. Let's just get this over with so I can move on with my life. Don't know. I'm so ready to get out of here at Kentucky. I'm so ready to transfer. Can we just get this season over? See, players, instead of players looking in the mirror and taking ownership of their game, then they'll look at everything else around them and says, well, this is the reason why I wasn't as good as I was, or this right here hindered me. Look in the mirror and says, you know what? I just need to get better. I need to get stronger. I need to stop getting beat on defense. I need to get more aggressive. It's so many things that we can look at when we get ready for next season. But I want to focus on March because I'm excited about what our team can possibly do. That's for sure. Christian says, I'm excited for the big dance, fresh faces to play against. Could be. The problem is nobody's afraid of Kentucky no more, Christian, and everybody wants to play Kentucky because they don't know which team they're gonna get. If they get a team that is just up and down the court and going and playing great defense, and the bigs are playing good, you don't want to see Kentucky. But if we're not, give me Kentucky in my bracket, please. I think Kentucky locked in to a 7 seed, had to catch the top 7 seed before this game. And whose bracket was we in? Did you see it, Alan? Florida dealt with Kentucky the last 50 years. New sheriff in town. I guess it is. Ben KO. Hey, Kentucky's gonna be back, bro. Enjoy your time right now because that's gonna come back to an end. You wait and see. But Florida's a good team, and Florida deserved to win that ball game tonight. So I'm not gonna. You won't. You want him to come on here and hate on a team when they was clearly better team than we are. That's just not cool. If the Gators made half their shots, it would have been, yeah. I mean, Florida missed a lot of shots. They did, and Kentucky missed a lot of shots too. So give us some credit too. Come on, don't dog my cats out. Like once again, we missed a lot of shots. Yes, Florida missed some shots, but hey, Florida played good defense. We wasn't able to score. We played solid defense, and Florida wasn't able to score. So it has to go best way. Florida made the plays when it comes to offensive rebounds, and then they got those extra points that we didn't. That was the difference in the ball game, period. I mean, I can sit here and I can talk smack about maybe how Florida's not as good as what they look, but yeah, Florida's good. Florida's a good team. 3 of those threes go down for us. It's a win. It's that close, man. It's that close. Hey, Lady Bass, good to see you. We're that close, but still so far away because we don't know. We waited too long. We thought we had time. Didn't Rocky say, or didn't who was that? Apollo told Rocky, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. It's today. You got to go get them. We don't have that in our heart. We don't have that killer instinct, and we don't have a coach. In my opinion, and this is no knock, maybe it is, but Coach Pope needs to be a knockout coach. He needs to know when it's that time to step on a team's throat and put them away. Is it the players? Because I know BC gonna be, well, maybe it's the players and not Coach Pope. But Coach Pope should be pushing that mindset. Is that when we got them down on the ropes, we crush them. Put your foot on the throat and finish them. We don't have that. We let teams back in the ball game. In St. Louis, where was Cam? Cam was on the bench tonight. Cam gets a little leeway only because, and it's not because I talked to his dad. It's not because he calls into the show. Nothing to do with that. Cam gets a little leeway because he's just coming back from that hurt foot. But when he was in the ball game, Cam wasn't a factor at all. Cam didn't do anything positive tonight. Nothing that I saw. When you do things like this, and then when you start making connections, and when you start talking to people, you still have to stay level, and you still have to stay true to who you are, to what you do. And I like Cam, and I hope Cam comes back next year. I have no inside scoop. I have none of that, and I don't want to take advantage, and I don't want to abuse that because I have contact with his dad. So I don't know what he's going to do next year, but I want Cam back next year. I want a healthy Cam back next year. Somebody that if you break your foot and then you come right back, you're going to be timid. You're going to be timid about what you can do. It's going to be on your mind. Like, okay, I'm not sure if I should make that hard plant like that. But the other guys, I don't have an excuse for them. They just was scared, period. Missed shots killed us. We had a lot of missed shots today. Hey, Aaron Davenport, good to see you, man. Yeah, it does. Troy Lynn, you don't have to be scared to get beat, man. We got out rebounded today by a lot. We couldn't shoot and wasn't as physical as they were under the rim. That's my whole point. But it was like at times, like you didn't think our guys wanted to go down and be physical, Troy. That's, to me, that's what bothered us. That's what bothered me. It's like at some point you see how good these guys are, and you realize that it's going to take an extra boost of whatever you got to do to try to move these guys off the block. And you can't just let them go down there and just get – I need to see how many offensive rebounds did they get tonight? Today. I need to see that. Because that was a big difference in the ball game of Florida bullied us. Garrison was so, and that's what I'm saying. And I love Garrison. I love Jelly. I love those guys. But you know what? When we need you the most, where you at? I'm looking for you, but I don't see you. Because see, last time I checked, you ran through the tunnel. You came out on the court. So if you came out on the court and they got you in the book, Where you at? You ain't around. So that's what bothered me the most. Is that, I mean, and we needed everybody because we was already outsized. Period. Team. Where's that at? Rebounds. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize we got out rebounded so bad. You gotta get nasty down there, man. You do. You gotta get nasty. You got 5 fouls. I didn't realize these glasses, I can't read too well. I didn't realize that we got out rebounded so bad. They out rebounded us 50-29. Nah, that number's not real. No, 18. What? They had 16 offensive. Let me see. They had, well, right now it looked like they had 8, or BC. Where's that at? BC put up a number 18-8. Was that offensive rebounds? BC, is that what you're talking about? I'm looking on CBS, and CBS has it 16-8. That's what I have been saying. We got out. That's what I was saying at the 16 offensive rebounds, and we got 8. We got rebounded. We got a rebound 50-29. Okay, can I be positive here for a second, guys? Like, will you guys allow me to just be a fan and just be positive for like 1 minute? We got a team that's going to compete for a national championship in Florida, right? We got a team that's going to compete for a national championship. This is a national championship level team. I think most people would agree to that. They out-rebounded us 50-29. And they beat us by what, 7? They beat us by 8 points. We can't take a night off. We are with the guys we got on this team, with the guys that are healthy, we got enough to win some ball games. If we give up that many rebounds and we only lose by 8 points, somebody tell me that we still don't got a chance to make some noise in March. Maybe I'm gonna dream a little bit by myself. I'm sorry. Maybe people has already given up on them. I haven't. I'm disappointed because we didn't win the ball game today. But I'm also optimistic about what we can still possibly do if guys decide to just all of a sudden just play basketball and be physical the whole ball game. I don't get it. I wish I was 6'11", but not all 6'11" guys are built the same. That's why you see 6'11" guys working at Crystals, because not all 6'11" guys are built the same. And unfortunately, some nights our guys show up like they don't want to be built right. And when you do that, I'm looking at it and I just can't believe that we got out rebounded the way we did. Like, oh my goodness. They shot 13 more free throws than us. Dude, that's another positive. They shot 13 more free throws than we did. Okay? We only missed 4 free throws. They missed quite a few free throws too. They missed 9 free throws tonight. 3 points. We shot better at the 3, only 21%. That ain't gonna cut it. We shot bad from the field, but they didn't shoot no better. I mean, I guess this is the one time that I guess you can have a more victory. I guess. Don't shoot me for saying that. People say ain't no more victories around here. Who the freak are you talking to? Ain't no more victories. I guess. Outside of the rebounding, I guess. They had more turnovers than we did. And they only beat us by 8. Hot dog it. Come on, Cats. Fix yourself, man. Go back and just sleep until selection day. Just sleep. Don't talk to people. Get off your phone. Go shoot free throws. Go do something. Go have a bonding event. Florida and their coach are a bunch of crybabies. What region is in the bracket do we get? Any guess? I don't know if we did enough to stay close to home, man. I hope they don't send us out west. I hope we don't go out west, man. I don't want to go out west, and I don't want to be in Arizona's bracket. How does that sound? Being a Kentucky fan, saying you don't want to be in somebody's bracket. That's a reflection of where the University of Kentucky basketball program is at in 2026. Is when you got a fan or fans saying, "I don't want to be in that bracket. I don't want to be in the. I don't want to be in Michigan's bracket. I don't want to be in Arizona's bracket. And to be honest with you, I don't want to be in Florida's bracket. So who is that? I guess just give me Duke. Give me Duke's bracket. I guess that's probably the best way to put it. I guess. We would lose. Mama said we would lose 2 chance points. Killed. And Garrison had a wide open layup today and just went down the court and just that looked like my daughter when she was 3 years old making a layup. Like, dude, this is what you do. And you that free throw or that layup that you just completely missed everything. Pull it. Look, in a situation like that, if you just feel like you just don't have the position or your body's just not right to be able to jump and make that and make that layup, don't just go and throw it off the backboard and then just and so you're already now we're playing 5-on-4 because you're not going to hustle back down the court. So in a situation like that, Garrison, just take the ball back out. Just roll back out, set it up, and let's see what we can do. But just doing something like that, you can't do that. Also, Division I ball players have to shoot better than that. Period. John, you're right, and it's just man, it's just we got beat, and I don't know if that's I don't know where we go at from here. I just don't. But I'm excited about the new season of March Madness, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody's going to watch it. You know, whether it's just look, we can all agree to disagree, right? But everybody's going to be watching Selection Sunday on your phone, on your TV, somewhere. You're going to have Selection Sunday on, and you're going to be refreshing your phone. Where did Kentucky get? Who's Kentucky playing? No matter how much you didn't like this season, we can all agree that on Selection Sunday, we're all going to be curious about where is Kentucky going. Tell me that's the truth. I don't care how much you don't like Kentucky and how much you're disappointed in Pope. You're going to be watching to be seeing where Kentucky's playing because it's Kentucky's basketball is just in us. That's just who we are, and because of that, no matter how angry we are with what's going on, we still want to see where Kentucky going and who they're going to play at BS. No, you're good. I mean, we had so many chances. Can't ask for more open looks. Can't. We just didn't knock them down. And I so want Jelly to be effective on the floor. I so want Jelly to be successful. But if you're taking 3 threes and every single 3 hits the front of the rim, stop. Just stop. Just go to the rim. Go to the foul line. Get fouled. Go do something. But come up off that 3. And Coach Pope should have just ripped his butt for that. Like, what are you going? Well, I'm going to let you shoot out of it. And then again, I don't know. Somebody might tell me that that's a strategy that you can, if you start knocking it down, then it softens up the defense a little bit for you. No, maybe next time. But you're not going to tell me to be happy about what I just saw. And another chalk on Final Four. You're right. Lori. I agree. Don't know why Kelsey and Golden give. He gets man, dude. I hate to say that about Golden, but when I look at him, bro, I don't know what it is about that coach, bro. No other coach does that to me. When I look at him, he just looks like that hair and that how he crosses his arms. I'm like, something ain't right about this individual in life. But God don't like ugliness, so that's all I'm going to say about that. For if Jelly can be consistent at the 3, it changes the team. If he can be consistent. But if you shoot 3 and every time you shoot a 3 ball and it hits the front of the rim, scoot up some, first of all. You don't have to be so far back. Scoot up. Because if you was a foot closer, a half a foot closer, that ball would have hit all nets. But if you want to keep shooting back the way you are, then you're gonna hit the front of the rim. And that's the thing with players is that when they have bad games, well, I had a bad game, so I'm not gonna stick around. I'm gonna go to another school. Yo, man, what happened with working to get better at that skill? Like, you think it's gonna get better because people go somewhere because you go somewhere else? Won't you stick around and work at it? Please work at it. Golden is a nasty competitor. The players show that. Yeah, we had like 3 threes erased by refs, and we was that close to winning the ball game. We was that close, but we came up short. So we did get a call that favored us with the foul on calling 3. Yeah, we did get. I mean, yeah, that was because that was a kickoff that maybe could have been called either way. That was that was a little suspect. I don't know if he needed to kick his leg out that far in that way. He does shoot like that at times, but I think that might have been a little excessive. But I think Florida got away with some calls tonight too. So there you go. They made up for the call, and that I think they got it. Did we get a tech on a T on Owe? That was Otega's and Aberdeen's last SEC tournament that they'll ever play in, and they got beat by Florida. They'll remember that for the rest of their life. Yep. Go to okay, Clyde. I like it. Uh, Kentucky was fatigued today, and it showed on the jump shot. Shots hitting the front of the rim is fatigue. They played hard on defense. Hey, Mr. Alpha, I think they could have been a little more physical. You're right. But see, that's the problem though, Mr. Alpha is when you see that your legs are fatigued and you can't make that shot that you would normally make, then that's when as a player you says, I got to go to the rim now because I'm tired and my shot's not making it to the rim. So let me go get fouled and let me go to the foul line and let me make a couple free throws. Let me see the ball go through and maybe I can get that. Maybe my energy level can come back up. But when you shooting 4 shots and you hit the front of the rim every time and you want to keep doing it, now, yeah, you fatigue, okay. And maybe it was fatigue mentally, I guess, because you don't keep shooting that, knowing that you're going to hit the front of the rim every time. JC, I had the same thought, and I love that guy. Ortega got tied up for join, teed up for join at the refs. That should have been Coach Pope. Coach Pope should have got fired up, and he should have got a tech. You let your superstar get a tech. You should have got a tech. Yeah. We're just on the same level. Florida has their worst game, and we still couldn't win. I guess that's the truth of the matter, Frank. Frank Grahavic. We sure did. I mean, look, man, Kentucky, we got to just go back to the drawing board and see what Coach Pope and this team could what kind of motivational speech can he give that can get these guys ready. But at this particular point, if you don't have it inside of here, see, you have to have it inside of here. You can, maybe we was tired, man. I guess I have to tell myself these excuses, and maybe they're not excuses, just so I don't really get angry at myself too as well. I saw passion, but they were tired, and you're right. Like Florida State lost to Duke last night, but it was a close game against Florida State. Yep, looked bad down 3 instead of taking the ball to the basket. Yep. So at the end of the day, we didn't win the ball game, and that's always the ultimate goal is for us to be able to do that, is to be able to win. But hopefully, in this case, I guess if you're Kentucky, I guess you got to take any more victories that you possibly can and try to build off of it and try to get some motivation that if we fix these little issues, then we give ourselves a better chance to win. I know at Kentucky, people don't want to say there's no more victories around here. And I'll be the first to tell you that it's not. But now that we are playing for our life, every single ball game, every time we step on the floor, now we got one game left, guys. We got one guarantee left, and the 2025-2026 basketball season could be a wrap. It could be over. I'm going for 10. Oh, I don't know why I'm saying that for. Who you guys going for in the Tennessee and Vandy game? How many players this year returned to Kentucky from this season? Hey Josh, how you doing, man? Man, I'm just as lost as you, Josh. I have no idea. If I had to make a case on who comes back next year, and I'm being real, Cam, Colin. Oh, that's it. I don't know. I really don't. Uh Mo D might come back. I would like to have Mo D back next year. We got nothing from players we needed. Mo played his heart out again. We will likely get the hardest bracket and then lose. We have nothing secured in 2026 and 20 high school. We have nobody's coming back. If it ain't Kentucky, I don't care. Yeah, he said, "Yeah, I know, right?" I'm actually going. He not right. I'm with you, Anthony. But I don't want to see Vandy win tonight. I don't know why I want to see. I don't really care about Tennessee. I don't care about Vandy neither. But you know what? Vandy win the ball game. That's cool. You're an underdog. Why not go win the ball game? So let's just see what happens. Let's see if Kentucky can get it together. See if Kentucky's ready to go. Um, I can see Jasper getting better, but is Jasper going to be in a Kentucky uniform getting better? That's my question. How mature is he? Is he mature enough to say, I've got to get better so I can stay on the court? So I have to be a player where Coach Pope has to have me on the floor more so than not. Is he willing to put that work in to be that guy here at Kentucky that says, Coach Pope, I'm an asset. You really need me on the floor more than you need me on the bench? Or is he willing, or in his mind, let me go and see if the grass is greener on the other side? A lot of people are blaming Pope, and he deserves a lot of the blame, if not all of it, but flat out the team. Hey, Mike Dorton, the team just didn't shoot the ball good tonight. And balls was going in, but then it just came out. I don't know. It just, the ball just wasn't our night to fall. And I guess the people says, hey, maybe that is maybe that's just fatigue. Maybe the ball's fatigue for Kentucky. I don't know. We can use all the excuses that we want to. Only thing I know is we got to get ready for March Madness, and whatever issues we got to figure out how to play with them, because if the issues are that bad up until this point, we're not going to fix it between now and next week. Maybe we could, but if we ain't fixed it by now, we are who we are. And the flaws that we got, and the discrepancies that we have, and the lack of guarding the 3-pointers that we have, the lack of shooting that we have at times, that is what it is. We're going to have to just find a way to outplay teams and outrun them. That's our only hope. Somebody wrote a comment up here I want to see. This team isn't going anywhere no matter the seeding, and next year isn't looking any better. No recruits. Yeah, so we don't have anybody from next year. Yeah, puts on 50 pounds and he will be elite. Well, 50 pounds is a lot to put on. So hey, who said that? Allen, he can have some of mine if he wants some. He can have 50 pounds off of me. I give it to him. Are we talking about Pope? She can't. Hey, Pope's not the one shooting the best, and it's BC's real critical on why does fans really blame everything on Pope. And I understand where BC's coming from. And I do feel the same way. It's like Coach Pope ain't making the turnovers. He's not half passing the ball. He can't go out and be physical on the board. And unfortunately, all he has is what he has. And he just probably sits there and bites his thumbs like, well, why won't these guys be physical? He can't go on the floor and make players be physical, but he has to use these players, because otherwise everybody be playing 40 minutes and then we get run out of the gym because we would be tired. So it's but people will say Coach Pope brought this team in. So yes, Coach Pope gets the blame. That's what they're gonna say. Rightfully so. For real. I'm not blaming Pope. Sorry. His first year was good. Second year to be determined. It's not over. Pope gets a third. Oh yeah, Pope. Yeah, and I think we should all agree that Pope should get a third year. I don't think that should be up for discussion. But I think he's on a burning hot seat. And I think when the season starts, or when basketball talks and all that stuff starts ramping up next year for the season to get started, then I think Mark Pope should be one of the guys on the hot seat. I don't know, because I mean, and I think this, especially the off season, is going to be a whole lot different. And I don't think we're going to hear any phrase about about a fast car. I don't think we're going to hear anything about a Ferrari. I think he's going to keep that to himself. He realized I should have never said that to BBN, because BBN is going to hold tight to all of that for real. None of these players, but Mo deserves a cent over $100,000. Let's see if they would play for the name on the front of the jersey. Uh, no, no, it don't mean that much to him, Jeff. Not at all. Trust me. Uh, but Mo D, um, Mo D played his heart out tonight, man, and he's been playing his heart out. He's one of the few guys that every single night he's brought it, and he's brought the energy, and it's every single night. We don't know what's going on with the other guys, and we don't know why they have such an up and down, up and down, up and down. Like Mo is just, I'm Mo, and I'm gonna play physical every single ball game. And even if the guys are bigger than me, I'm gonna play physical. And because of that, we don't have our other bigs who are willing to go out and do that. Man, do we miss this team from last year? If we had this team, if we had last year's team playing this Florida's game this year, I think we win the ball game. I think we beat Florida. I love Pope, but there have been two times I've questioned him during a couple of games, substitutions, and getting JQ when he was injured. Other than that, I support him, and I think BBN needs to lighten up. ABS, good comment. I appreciate that. One thing that Coach Pope can't do, he can't gamble. He can't gamble on BBN for next year. And let me tell you what I mean by that. He gambled on the happiness of BBN this year when he went and got JQ, because in his mind, well, JQ's gonna get better. And coach, I'm good. Coach, I'm gonna rehab. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna be back on the floor sooner than later, and we're gonna roll. And he put the Coach Pope put the emotional mindset, or the emotional roller coaster on the BBN to be okay with that, and it didn't work out. So I'm hoping that when he goes out, and if he's got to spend money on somebody big, I hope he goes to get Stokes. Not sure how you guys feel about it, but let's be real, we need a superstar. And if he's going to spend money on somebody else, in no way afford, if they get hurt when they get here, that's one thing. But they gotta walk through the door, pick it with a basketball in their hand, and ready to go be physical on the basketball court. Don't go out and get somebody that's injured, that you hope is going to be okay, and that you hope is going to get better. And this is no knock on JQ whatsoever. Coach Pope is just gonna have to make a better choice. Pope should have elbow golden in the handshake line, and the other coaches should be cussing out refs until they flee. The referees, man, the kind of what it was. Are we getting Dink Pate to come play for Kentucky for the Wildcats? I hope we don't get Dink Pate. And Josh, the reason why I don't want Dink, because it's not 100% in black and white that these guys can come back to college and everything's going to be okay with the NCAA. That, to me, if that's not cleared up, then that's the same thing going out with getting somebody with a broken leg or a torn ACL when the season, to come in to be on the bench because you're not certain when this guy's going to come back. That's a gamble. And I don't because of the state of Kentucky program or where we at in basketball, you can't afford to go out and get somebody with the uncertainty of are they going to be eligible. And if you get in there and you start playing 5 games and then, oh, he can't play no more. Oh, he's done. Guess what? We don't have. We're down another player. Like, and he's just down. It ain't an injury, so he can get better and come back. No, you're not coming back. And then guess what? That puts everybody else in the bind. Go get people that can play on day one. Period. I think instead of worrying about which players we what's that go at? Right here. Worrying about which players we are going to get. We need to worry about how long it's put this up. How long it's going to take to get a GM so we can get some good players again. Actually, that's where it starts at because I don't think a GM that's a really good GM is going to go out and get somebody that's going to jeopardize the the team. And because of that, I don't know if a GM would seriously bring in Dink if there's any chance of him not being able to play a whole year because of ineligibility. I don't want to deal with that. I don't. And that's Alabama took a gamble and it didn't work out for him. That guy had to stop playing after 3 or 4 games. That's it. And he didn't even make a difference when he was here. He didn't. Someone mentioned JMI a while back, so I looked into it, and I think it definitely impacts our recruiting more than the fans realize. Do you guys think so? JMI seems to be one of those things that are across the board for BBN that they hate. They just seem to like JMI is like we're gonna handcuff you, and you're not gonna do anything, and unless it goes through us. And maybe I'm wrong because I don't really get into all of it. I struggle with this at times, so I don't really get into it a whole lot. Maybe I should because I do these videos. But at the end of the day, JMI, from what there's a lot of smart people out there who follow this, and none of them seem to be happy about what JMI is about. And when you start getting a lot of smart people start having the same complaints about JMI, it may be something to it. Yeah. I am the only one excited for Reese Potter and Brandon Hawthorne. Pope needs a 5 man who can hit threes. Potter would be that guy. Hope so. Hey, L.O. Quinn, you probably joined before, but if not, it's good to see you in the chat as well. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys smash that like button for me too as well, if you guys haven't already. Don't forget about the 12-hour 5,000 subscriber marathon that begins at 7 a.m. That means right now I would be. So that means for me, it's going to be from 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning. Ooh-wee. I got to clear my schedule for real. On the 19th, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern time, the camera would go live and I would be live for 12 hours. Hopefully to get 12, to get um, the group or the channel up to 5,000 subscribers. I'm a smasher of that like, but I appreciate that. I like the smash. I always appreciate it. Thank you so much. Um, it don't even matter about the likes tonight. We wish Kentucky would have won, so I don't want to make it about I need likes. What I need is, and I think you guys can agree with me. What I need is for Kentucky to win a basketball game in the first game in March. That's what I need. Then a deal. If you're watching, make a deal with me. If you're watching and you haven't hit the like button, if we win our first NCAA March tournament game this year, promise me that you'll come back to this. You'll come back to the live because we're gonna do a live show for the first game, post game. You got to come back here and you got to hit the like button. So if you don't want to hit it now, that's fine. If we win, you'll come back and hit the like button. How about that? Terry Gray Wolf. Yippers. Pope is too cerebral. He is a good man, but not the right. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. This microphone picks up everything. So I'm sorry. What time is it, guys? Guys, it's 11:44 You know what? When this is over, when I get off from here before I go to bed, I think I'll go for a 2 hour. The most depressing basketball season in Kentucky history this season right here. Well, is it? I hate to say it, but it could be one game away from being over. And Mike said, "Please put me out of my misery." We'll see if we can do it. 9-16 was more depressing. Yeah, I think it's more depressing. I think so. Um, was considering he was considering Kentucky, considering into a meeting with Jay and my other players as well. But I don't think JMI is actually involved this year, is it? Has JMI? I thought they're supposed to take over starting next year. Hmm. I thought that's when they're supposed to take over 444. 444. What's 444? 44. I don't know what that means. National champions 444. 444. I don't. What is that? I'm watching Den of Thieves right now. I watched the movie today, guys, and it was called the Stattenberg. I think was that the name of the movie? It's a new movie, 2026. It was about these four people, two girls and two guys. They went to look for this werewolf or whatever. It was in the woods, and they just never came back. I was like, "What the freak am I watching, man?" I'm not sure if it's on Netflix or not, but it was like, "Hey, let me watch this." I watched it and it was good. It was Lost Colin and Stokes to JMI. Bad man, make a habit of hitting the like button as soon as you come in and on the show, smash it. Boom. Sandy, this is for you right here. Okay. Boom. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Um, the time in Louisville is Kentucky is it's 4:45 p.m. Eastern in Louisville. Okay, I got you. And it's 11:46 p.m. Saudi Arabia. Let me guess. Pope will talk for 3.5 minute post game. Probably so. You might be right, Mike. My bad. I meant Collins. So uh guys, we'll be back for the announcement Sunday. Um I don't think we're still waiting to see if we're gonna be working this week in the office, or we might just be at home working remotely. Definitely my goal is to be live when they start announcing for March Madness, and we can talk. We can celebrate, or we can say, "Oh, this is over," depending on where we're going. And Kentucky fans, we're gonna break it all down. Absolutely, we're gonna dissect it as well too. The time in Lexington is Miller time. That's exactly what you need. I get it. Pope is right. This team is discombobulated. Well, it starts at the top, Pope. It starts at the top. Yep. So, drinking shots for whiskey. Hiccup. If you're gonna call your team out like it starts at the top. It does. So this is your team, Pope. This is a team that you done went from saying a Ferrari to this. It's your team, coach. It is. What time does Selection Sunday start? Selection Sunday starts because you got the SEC championship. They're the last ones, or is it the Big 12 is the last one, or is it it ain't the Big East? The Big East is not the AC the ACC. They're done. I think everybody's done on Saturday except the SEC. I think the SEC is the last conference tournament championship game on Sunday. So yeah, headaches tomorrow. Like for real. Pope didn't learn enough from Patino, who worked his players to the best shape, played full court pressure for 40 minutes, could shoot, could execute, and could hustle. Different set of guys, though. Every basketball meant the world to these. I ain't saying that it don't now, so I don't want that to sound like it doesn't mean anything to these guys, because it do. But it was different back in the day. The guys that college basketball mattered. It was a college basketball was the was the way of life, more so than it is now. Not just for Kentucky, but just fans and for players because it mattered more, and they wasn't friends with each other, and they, what I'm saying, with other teams and all of this. So it was different times, and because of that, you was able to push the guys a lot harder. Now these guys, they got, remember, our guys didn't have cell phones when they was in college back in those days. 96. Nope. They didn't have cell phones in 96, 95. I don't think they did. No. So they didn't have the stuff that these young men are dealing with. Um, so they had Walkmans and they had CD players. And now, what I'm saying? Now we got YouTube and we got Spotify and we got all this stuff that we listen to that the guys have access to. And it's just another distraction in a sense that we didn't deal with back in the day. I wonder if our guys back in the day had the same distractions, would Kentucky be as good because of the things that they could be doing instead of getting better at basketball? Kids, young men back then, they used to eat, live, and sleep, and everything else in between basketball. Now they don't. Now they have extra stuff going on. Now they got to go do commercials, and which is nothing wrong with getting paid, but back in the day, guys they used to eat and sleep basketball or football. They don't no more because I gotta go do commercials and I gotta go figure out how I can get my next dollar and I gotta go get paid. There's nothing wrong with that. But because of that, when you doing that, what you're supposed to really be doing to really be getting paid is to be great on the floor or on the football field. And because you're not doing that, is showing up on the field on game day, is that somebody hasn't been working on their game. Somebody hasn't been staying in shape because now you got to go do a commercial and you got to do 10 takes instead of just walking in, cutting a video and walking out. You got to do 10 takes just to get it perfect. Well, we're going to go to lunch and then we'll come back. So it's a big difference in the time as well. The selection show starts at 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. for me is 1 a.m. in the morning. So boom, I'll be up Monday morning. I'll be up for that. But the bracket will be leaked on Twitter before that. It will be. Thanks, Kentucky wins and lose. I bet Joy Brackets is right where a 7 seed in Iowa State is our 2 seed. How do you feel about that? Are you okay with Iowa State being our number 2 seed? Or is that a matchup? I don't watch them. Is that a matchup nightmare for Kentucky? Meaning we get Iowa State pending some ridiculous meltdown by them. That's not good because we'll be number 7. I say bring on Iowa State, bro. I say bring them on. Yeah, we can get them. Let's see. So Vanderbilt is up on um Vanderbilt is up on Tennessee 31-29 going into the second half. Um, yeah. So let's see what happens. Big Mike. Kentucky has to have a top 10 recruit. That's why they got to go get Stokes, man. People, I don't want Stokes. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't. I mean, at this particular point, if you can get a superstar, you go get a superstar and build around them. And I just know that superstar, we better have if he's not a point guard, we better go get a point guard because that's what we need. Hey, Don Pope, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you able to catch a live show. I did see your text from YouTube, your comment. So big shout out to Don Pope in the house. Always good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for joining in. It is. Hello from Harlan County. I think we can beat Iowa State. I think we can too. If we show up, I think we can beat almost any team in the field. If we show up and if we bring our best A game, I think we'll be okay. Pope has to step it up if he wants to keep this job. I, you know, I think Sandy, I see you Sunday at K for the pregame show. I'm only gonna be a couple more minutes anyway. Um, Kentucky just got to show up and play, man. They do. They just got to show up and play and just and see how it all works out. Because otherwise, we're just our season's over. It just it's hard to think, man. That is up and down as this season's been. It's sad to see basketball season over for Kentucky. And let's be real. Even if we make it to the Elite Eight, we still gonna have very upset fans. We didn't go to the Final Four. We couldn't even make it past the Elite Eight. Man, with the team we got, and we can find a way to make it to the Elite Eight. Man, I'm okay with that. And we get beat. Thanks, Cats. Way to end the year on a run. Appreciate it for real, because that means that we was one of the 8 teams that was left. Period. We had a chance to go to Final Four with this team, so I would take it. That's for sure. Santa Clara ain't no slouch. Joy Brackets got us in the first game in St. Louis. At what seed, Allen? Is that still at a 7 seed? That 8 seed was Butler, I think. He was we was an 8 seed and went to a 91. Nothing's impossible. Once again, it's just all about we don't have a Julius Randle on our team though. We got Mo D, but Randall was physical and he could score the basketball. So that's the difference between Randall and Mo D. I mean, Mo D got the energy and he's gonna bring it every night. He can't score like Randall though. I don't know that it matters who we match up with. It matters which Kentucky team shows up more than anything. We can hang around with anyone. So this is gonna be my last comment for the night because I think this right here sums up the mindset that we have to have going into the tournament. And I'm as they say, don't be scared. You can't be scared, Big Mike. It matters which team, which Kentucky team shows up, regardless of of who we playing. That's the first thing. Man, I've been so sleepy like all evening, even watching the ball game. Maybe that's why I couldn't get upset because I was sleepy during the ball game. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know something, but I wasn't myself during the ball game, and it mattered that we lost. It hurt, but it was like, oh, what the hell? JP was supposed to be our Julius Randle. Yeah, that did. And Sheway, if we had Sheway, that would be good. Yeah, just happy to be in the tournament. Yeah, I mean, we're happy to be in the tournament. I am. Like, I mean, people like Kentucky's not even gonna make the tournament. Well, here we are, and we're gonna be anywhere between a 6 and an 8 seed. Looks like it. Anything could change depending on. Sorry about this, guys. Oh, forgive me for that. I'm just human like you guys. I get sleepy too, and I yawn, so I apologize. Uh, JQ was supposed to be our Julius Randle. JQ was supposed to be the second coming of Anthony Davis. I know this is a dumb question, and they say there's no such thing as a dumb question, but this is the last question of the night for me. Is there absolutely any way whatsoever JQ comes back next year? Does anyone have like a sense of inkling of like hope that JQ says, I want to come back next year and I want to dominate? Does anybody feel that way? Or is it 100% for sure he's gone? When did sports fans decide gratitude was wrong? I accepted that this season was shot the moment Low got hurt. Had anything between that and next season was extra. It's sad, but it's like there you go. Let's make a run. I'm waiting for answers, guys. I want to see what you guys say. You do a fantastic job, Mike. You let the human side show, which we need to see in these times. Now go get some rest. I'm gonna get some rest, Big Mike. Tired, and I am, but I'm not gonna lie, dude. I am really tired. I am, and I was like, I couldn't believe I'm not tired often during a Kentucky game. I'm up, but for some reason I was yawning the whole ball game. So maybe that's why I wasn't very angry. JQ, somebody said JQ is not coming back, but a $4 million bag might get him to think about it. Oh, if you get him 4 million, then we're gonna have a $26 million roster next year. It's down to 12 in most mock drafts, 90%. He's gone. Okay. I sure hope he does. JQ would be a huge get. I just like, man, if JQ could just if he can just come back. And also, guys, well, if I don't have to work Sunday night, if I don't have to work Sunday night. Yeah, Sunday night. If I don't have to work the next morning, then we're gonna do a call-in show for the selection Sunday, so we can just get people's reactions and what they think, and so just that's a possibility if I'm not working. Okay, so let's be prepared to do that. Let's be prepared to have a call-in game, a call-in show during selection Sunday. Okay, yeah. And of course, everybody's going to have all their opinions about, okay, this is who we playing. Can we get past them? If we do, then can we get past that? We can fill out a bracket together. We could just have this a fun selection Sunday call-in show. All right. So please be prepared for that if I'm not working. And of course, I would put that out. I will be doing the selection Sunday. Will we have call-ins? That only depends if I'm going to be off. Okay. So or I might actually just come on early, and then maybe we can still have a call-in show and I can still get out and get to work on time or whatever. But if I'm working from home, we doing a call-in show. So just be yeah, be ready for that. Cool. I'll be here for the call-in. Oh, Kentucky wins or lose. I know you will, big guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know you will. I'm wanting the other guy, Terry Gray Wolf. Hope you're able to call in too. I love to hear from you. Um, all you guys. But anyway, hey man, thank you guys so much. Kentucky fell short tonight. The SEC tournament is over. Hopefully, our guys are already back in Lexington sleeping for sure. Uh, I will stay safe, and I look forward to being back here in a couple of days. Big shout out to Leah and Jimmy tonight for doing the post game show. I always appreciate you for what you guys do. It means a lot to me. And BBN, go have a don't let I know it's a still early day there. Don't let the day be ruined because Kentucky didn't win the ball game. Find a way to be happy and love on the ones next to you because tomorrow is not promised. Thank you for watching the Loyal BBN Fan Show. No fake hype, just real BBN talk. Good night.